So, one of the most interesting aspects of modern Asia, life in modern Asia, is the idea of Eurofetishism or Eurocentrism. Both the ideas come together in everyday life when we think of ideal beauty types, aesthetics, what Meenakshi Tapan calls the dark and native other. So the idea that the indigenous looking person is the opposite of modern, the opposite of developed, and that the consumerist person, the one who has a tailored look, tailored fashion, is the idea of modern. I say that this is a kind of Eurofetishism because, of course, that ideal beauty type here in Asia will be a fair-skinned person, no matter what part of Asia I've been in, from northern parts of Asia to southern parts of Asia to Southeast Asia, where I am currently. There is the idea that fair skin is simply better, beautiful, and it's largely unquestioned. When I lived in India, of course, we started to hear campaigns about dark and handsome as a contrast to the fair and lovely and fair and handsome, which is the largest selling skin cream in the world, surely based on numbers. Now, Eurocentrism and Eurofetishism extends far beyond ideal beauty types. And, we talk about the flesh and the lived experience of this, but also the idea that sustainability and that development itself is to become rich like the West. What does it mean to become rich like the West or develop? Well, that means to have everything that you see in the magazines, that you have a so-called urban looking city, that you have all the trinkets of westernization. And for me, I take it a little bit personally because I'm American, and people often say that the things that they don't like about it, the fast food, the fast fashion, the fast technology, that these are all Americanization. When I say, well, actually, Martin Luther King was very much a part of America, as we have the consumer culture. So which part of America that you choose to adopt has very much to do with how you see America. I really want to hear your thoughts on Eurofetishism and Eurofetishization, particularly here in Asia, because I think we have to develop a critique of this. We have young people who are becoming developed, who are learning, just learning what it means to be a modern person. And if we don't give them the rhetoric, the language, and the mental capacity and fortitude to forge their own way, then they will be consumed by consumer culture. If you look around us here, you will see young people all around who are totally consumed with this gadget I'm using right now to record this, a mobile phone. And through this, they're often fed Eurofetishism. It becomes an idea where you can, even through, even through a filter, you can even lighten your skin, you can make your nose more straight, you can put your double eyelid, and of course the double eyelid surgery, I think, is one of the most visible ideas of what we call Eurofetishism. And for those of us who know that even the double eyelid surgery, being the most common surgery, plastic surgery here in Asia, is something that developed after the Korean War. There was a doctor who said he wanted to help refugees from Korea to integrate into the United States, and so giving them this double eyelid would help them to look and feel more Western. This has developed into something that is unquestioned and uncritically absorbed. And so this is again a reason why when we think of people crafting their bodies around a Eurofetishization, the bleach blonde, the blue eyes, that's a fetish. That's by definition of a fetish. For those of you outside of the social sciences, if you're not familiar with the idea of Eurofetishism, then just look up the word fetish, and it literally means just that there's a fetish, and it becomes much more powerful, exotic, and because it's exotic and it's different and it's other, but it's also an idea, something that is in many ways better than us.